Are you dealing with excessive cabin vibration when in drive or park in your Mercedes? It's most likely a worn out engine mount here. As you can see, this one's pretty smashed, whereas this one is not. After time, this material wears out and squishes down. This is how you refresh it. In this video, I'll be showing you guys how to replace these on a 2000 Mercedes C230 Kompressor. Same with a lot of Mercedes models from this era. One bolt on the bottom, one bolt on the top. Very simple. Let's jump into it. All right, so here's how you access the engine mounts from the bottom on the C230. And right here is where you access the top of it. So I broke it free from the top. So I broke it free from up here. Let's see. And there's where the bolt is that I got with the extension. Pretty simple process. I'm going to remove the top two bolts first, and then we're going to raise it up by the engine pan to give us some more room to work with. And then I'll undo the bottom two, and then we will slide those mounts out. Let's go. To access that bolt I just showed you from the bottom, I stuck a long extension down here on a swivel head. There's a few other ways you can get it. You can get it from the bottom, which is what most people do. I'm going this route using a long extension on a swivel head. Hard to show on camera, but you get the right idea. So let's take this off. If you don't have an extension nearby, you can get a stubby. I found that to be the best method. Basically, get some turns on it, and the light fell off. This is a disaster. This is a 17mm bolt holding the top in. All right, same thing for the other side. We have the one bolt right up there, and of course the one bolt on the bottom. Again, taking the one bolt off on top first, and then we will worry about the bottom ones after I lift the engine up. All right, and as you can see, the driver's side has a little more room to work with, so I'm able to get a full-size ratchet in there because these can be on a little too hard to get the stubby on there until you're able to break it free, and then that's when I'll switch to the stubby. All right, so then I stick the stubby in there. That's that 17mm. Let's lift the engine up. All right, so now I got the little piece of wood on the oil pan, and I'm just gonna jack up the engine a little bit to get some room here. I'm gonna have my little brother jack this up slowly for me. Jack this up for me, bro. Slowly. A little faster than that. The engine's coming free. Hang on one second. Let's check up top. Yeah, don't go too far now because you don't want to stretch this out. Yeah. So that should be enough room right there. Let's double check. So if you're doing this, make sure you have a reliable jack because you don't want yours to start going down afterwards while you're working on it, but you can see that gives you a little bit of space there. Now we're going to unbolt the bottom and those will slide right out. All right, so now you got the top unbolted, bottom unbolted, and the mount will come out just like that. This is the driver's side. Same thing on this side, pretty easy. The mount wanted to come out itself. Kind of a tight fit here though. But nevertheless, it's out. Let's compare new to old now. We have the old ones you can see completely squished down, whereas these ones are a lot higher. After time, the material cracks, it breaks, causes all kinds of cabin vibration. You can see how flat this one is. Probably not doing a whole lot. So these are a little thicker, a little more robust. Let's get them slapped in there. All right, so both of them work on either side. Just make sure they're going metal side down first. And the problem you might run into is you might not actually have enough room without jacking it up just a little more. But luckily, it's smacked in. There's a little tab back here. I'm gonna make sure the tab's locked in. And obviously, you wanna make sure it's lined up on the bottom right here. Just to give it just like a small little pump, like. All right. So use the. So I always just do finger tight until I get the other bolts set in. Just in case you need to wiggle it around. Then we get the bigger 17. And that one, fortunately, slides right in. Then you're gonna want to take your stubby. Mile-long bolt. Right. And then I'll come back and tighten it in once I get the other side in, because I don't want to like pinch this side down, so jump to the other side. Now if you're struggling getting this past here, you can turn the wheel so that this opens up a little bit more. And then see just that little tiny turn gave you the free space I needed, so. Make sure that metal tab back here is facing the back. And so it's in just like that. So I'll do the bottom and then I'll do the top without tightening them all the way down, because there's all that gap right there. So you want to make sure the bolts are in properly. Alright, got that bolt in finger tight. And now this one won't go in because there's too much of a gap, so I need to lower the engine just a little bit. Bro, lower the engine. Lower the globe! You know, you can probably just lower it. I'm thinking you can slowly lower it all the way, but hang on. Yeah, definitely do it slow. Worst case scenario, we can always go back up. It'll be like one hard break first, and then you'll feel it in the jack once it goes past that point.
She ain't going, bro.
Well, loosen it. Go harder then.
Go harder.
Left. Well, that's hard. He said, I'm trying to go slow and not let it down. Who drops the car?
Yeah, but...
Good. Alright, so then you can just finger screw. So guys, it's really hard to get a camera in here. When you do this job, you'll understand. Hopefully you guys will appreciate me here for taking my time to film this. Alright, go ahead and let the engine down all the way. And pull the jack out. So now we'll lower the jack. Go ahead and slide it out too. And then we'll get in here and tighten everything down. Get the bigger wrench. And if this video helped you guys out, feel free to buy me a coffee or buy me a beer or something like that. There's a super chat option right there in the comments. And you know, I just film this and try to help you guys save some money every once in a while. That's my only goal here, is to help you guys. Yeah, buddy. All right, so I'm coming back in with the ratchet. Guys, there is torque specs for these, and usually your boy here follows all the torque specs. However, this is my daily. I got it for $500. So, since it's a German car, the torque specs are Guten tight. So we just need this bolt Guten tight, and I should be good to go. Because they were not hard to take off. It's not a wheel or like a flywheel. I don't care about the torque. Looks good to me. Looks good to you, I'm sure. All right, and then the steering box is on this side, so you can get the torque, the stubby. I understand that everybody has a long extension to get from the top. And then you can just tighten it. You get the idea. It's impossible to film that. Get the camera won't go in there. Torque that bolt down, tighten that one. Let's go. And the other way to access it is right down through there. I stick a long extension with a swivel on the end of it. Again, nearly impossible to see, but you guys get it. Hold this right here, bro. Cool. Alrighty. Should be good. And that is how you replace an old worn out engine mount on a Mercedes C230. If you guys have this car and need other maintenance, there's a link to a playlist right here with all kinds of videos. If this video helped you, help me out. Drop me a like, you know, do what you do. Thank you, appreciate it. If you guys stuck around this long, give you a little gift. My little sleeping pup. Sleeping in a little stroller.